Okay, so here we are, trying it again. I don't know what I did wrong, but here we go. All right, so I am here to try to share a testimony of how God speaks to us, and He does. He speaks to us. To me, He speaks to me in numbers. To others, He speaks to them in different ways. So I am here to give a testimony of how He spoke to me on Tuesday, day before yesterday, because now it's like, I don't know, 1:30 in the morning. Lovely. So I'm going to turn the camera around and hope to God that this works and it doesn't get cut off again. Okay, so there is a telephone pole right there. See? And this is, oops, wrong way. This is how far away it was. For some reason, it was highlighted to me to look at that. I've gone by this telephone pole, I don't even know how many times. Crazy, right? Well, God speaks to me in numbers, so it is kind of just a unique thing for me. And, you know, He might speak to you that way as well. So, I looked it up. I looked up Psalm 149, verse 5. And it was actually pretty cool. It was in relationship to sleep. His godly lovers triumph in the glory of God, and their joyful praises will rise even while others sleep. That's the Passion Translation, which I read. And the verses previous to that were highlighted actually in my Bible app. But, you know, it didn't stand out like, oh, wow, so great. Oh, okay, great. A little anticlimactic. But, wait for it. Throughout the day, you know, He'd been speaking to me all day yesterday, or Tuesday, all day. It was a lovely day. A lot of different ways that He spoke to me. I just love it. And at 10:30 at night, every night, I get this notification for an app that pops up, Lectio 365. It's like a devotional thing. They help you, you know, with calming down and listening to God right before bed. Well, I don't normally go to bed at 10:30, so I don't ever usually open the app. I just swipe it away, and I don't ever look at it. But last night, I was impressed upon me to open the app last night for some reason. I just felt compelled to do it. And I'm going to pop open the page. So I found it pretty fascinating. Wait for it. Can you see it? This is Tuesday, which I actually have tagged on the photo that you saw with the telephone pole, July 23rd. There it is. What do you see right there? Psalm 149:5. Yes. And then, I don't know if it's on here or not. Yeah, I don't think it's on here. Yeah, I take a lot of pictures. Yeah, it didn't load. So, yeah. And what you can't see, because my computer hasn't loaded it yet, is the audio recording of the really cool English accent person who reads the scripture out loud. Imagine my surprise when I popped that open, and there it was, the psalm, and it's read about 6 times throughout the whole. It's about a 5 to 10 minute devotional thing, and maybe 10 minutes or so devotional where they read. It's guided scripture reading. So beautiful. God speaks to us, people. Whoever's listening to this, I'd love to hear your testimonies of ways that He talks to you. I have a friend who He speaks to them through nature. When birds sing, she hears certain things that God says. I see it through numbers and billboards and trucks and license plates and street signs and everything. He just loves to talk to His children, and He loves to hear from you too. So I'd love to hear it in the comments. Anybody that has a unique way that God speaks to them, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear the testimonies. So I just bless the person who's watching this. I just bless them with eyes to see and ears to hear and a heart to receive and a nose to smell and a mouth to taste and the sense or feeling of God's presence because he speaks to us in all of our senses. It's not always just sight and ears. Sometimes it's just a feeling, presence. Sometimes it's a certain taste, reminds us of something that helps us to think of his goodness. Sometimes it's a smell, a nostalgic smell that brings us back to a really great moment where we felt joy and appreciation. So I just pray for whoever's listening to this that they have an encounter. My dad used to call them God winks. This app popping up last night, or well, now it's 2 a.m, so the night before, whatever, popping up on that exact same day that I saw the telephone pole. I mean, come on. What are the chances of that? I mean, I had to chronicle it because it blew me out of the water. And what are the chances of that? You know? But he does it every day, all day long. And I'd love to hear your stories. So, bless you.